About a week ago. I've been working on it for a while, trying to get it straight. So I'm gonna read this to y'all. A little preface. I'm Latino. My family's from both Central America, Mexico, so I have a history that dates back a while, I guess, being multicultural. I'm just gonna read this, and y'all could listen. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's called This Boy. How many Latinos are in the room? Raise a hand. Okay. How many Mexicanos? ¿Sí? Salvadoreños? Okay. Puerto Ricanos? Yeah, right there? There you go. Okay. I'm sorry, I just like to feel a little bit more comfortable. I was born to look around the room for the complexion of Rudy Huxtable. And I'm not quite sure if Bobby or Tommy or Charlie do the same. I just know that I've never met a Latino with that same name. Mi raza, mi familia, and sometimes I wake up and I want to shout Patria Querida, but I don't. I got a white roommate, so I won't. And wait, my best friend Charlie is white, so it's okay that I say this. That he likes flavorless Lay's and he never uses mayonnaise. He's a plain Jane, a plain Tommy. We go to Nuevo Vallarta, and in Spanish I order frijoles, queso, y tostadas. And my white friend says, that's cool. Can you do it again? How do you say in Spanish, fuck, shit, and amen? And I say, I don't know, but I do. And he says, you're not Latino. George Lopez is more Latino than you. And maybe he's right. I mean, with my skin complexion, I do commonly get mistaken for white. It doesn't matter that I bleed Latino, that I love eating limón y pepino, that I studied Che Guevara, that I love saying the word semana. It doesn't matter that my family comes from the ghetto and that I'm wearing a tie and I look like a güero. It doesn't matter my dad's name is Jose, my last name is Cardenas, Orozco, Castillo, Ramirez, Herrera, that my dad fights for the American guerra. But in Arizona, he can get pulled over because he looks a little bit more brown than Philip, 2 lanes over. And yes, my father did in fact cross the border, but it's still you at Taco Bell taking my order. And while you're at it, take the rest of my culture too. I couldn't imagine not having a culture like you. And wait, is that true? Yells white guy, Bobby, in the back dressed in blue. He says, it's kind of hard to tell if what you're saying is the truth. Especially when the white guy isn't you. Let me tell it from the right perspective, from the white perspective. I could tell the brown man, yeah, you were here first, but we made the border. And I'm sorry that the American Revolution didn't include you in the order. But here's a religion, Christianity is the way. Pray hard and you won't get free today, but pray even harder and it might happen tomorrow. But to be honest, my Jesus is white and I'm not even sure he listens to your sorrows. And yes, I'm 6'5", and yes, my skin is ghoulish. And yes, if you don't look like me, I do in fact think you're foolish. But wait, Bobby, ¿sabes qué, cabrón? Let me reply. My last name is Cardenas. My last name is Orozco. My last name is Ramirez. My last name is Herrera. My last name is Castillo. And I'm sorry, black brothers and sisters, but I must mention the fields, the way that Bobby gave you his last name. Let me rephrase, the way that Bobby forced upon you his last name. Let me rephrase, my last name is Johnson. My last name is Rice. My last name is King. My last name is Davis. My last name is Brown. But wait, shouts Bobby, don't you know it's 2015 and discrimination is no longer around? And don't you know it's 2015 and everyone is equal? I say, well, you're right. My uncle did sell crack to his own people. I mean, it wasn't Bobby who killed my cousin Junior on Compton Boulevard, but it was my Nino who tried to drag his lifeless body back into the yard. And it wasn't Timmy who shot Tamir, but oh wait, it was. And it wasn't Darren who shot Michael, but oh wait, it was. And no, says Bobby. And that's just the way that society runs, and it's really your fault that black hoodies attract more guns. And if you wanted to stop singing about shooting a cop. That way your homies won't be so mad when the casket drops. And to me, it's understandable. I mean, look where you all came from. Your ancestors were animals. So stop getting mad and stop protesting. And yes, I sometimes sort of kind of do feel bad when it's you that they're arresting. And I say, you know what, Bobby? Everything you say is true. And damn it, sometimes I wish that my colored brothers and sisters could be an illustrious straight white male just like you. But we can't. And one last thing, Bobby, because this is beginning to sound sort of kind of like a rant. Let me say a couple whys, a couple points of difference. That way we, together, can make a correct inference. Bobby, it's why you don't have to worry about police busting in your house at night. Sneaking up, they don't turn on the red, blues, and whites. And not because you're suspicious, but because the idea of arresting another Negro, another spick, looks delicious. But here I am, policeman. I'm wearing bright so that you can see me. Right hand on my heart, praying because I'm afraid of the dark. Staying indoors had never seemed better. Policeman, make me dead. Or are you not sure? Policeman, if I ask you nicely, could you spread my brains on the floor? This güero, this white boy, this too white to be Latino, this wetback, this beaner, this illegal, this boy does not feel like a part of America's people. Thank you.